I am so glad you asked. Gonna start you off with the classic Inferno. It's his first major storyline. And yes, I have this issue signed by Chris Claremont and Mark Silvestri, his two co-creators. For Inferno, I am gonna say that pretty much any collected edition will have just what you need, but you don't need all the tie-ins. Just the issues that are Uncanny X-Men, X-Factor, and New Mutants. Those are the main story. Next up, I'm giving you the further adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. This is Sinister's origin, and I would say that it humanizes him quite a bit. It gives the character that element of tragedy and romanticism that make him far more three-dimensional. Sinister also shows up in stories like Executioner's Song and Messiah Complex, but he's not necessarily the focus of those stories. Up next, I would probably say Kieran Gillen's first 3 issues of Uncanny X-Men, Everything is Sinister. Kieran Gillen, in my opinion, is very much the architect of modern-day Sinister, as he was always somewhat of a grandiose narcissist, but I think that Kieran Gillen really gave that character the boost of charisma and eccentricity that people have come to know him by. That is to say, sassy Sinister. Chris Claremont himself isn't too crazy about this aspect of where he's been taken, but I definitely think it was sort of the natural evolution for his character to go. It gives him a little bit more color, in my opinion. Up next, you're going to want to read Hellions. This is basically Sinister's team of misfit mutants. He's at the center of this book, commanding his own X-Men for his own nefarious purposes. That leads into Immortal X-Men number 1 through 10. The first 10 issues of this are pretty much Sinister focus. It's the closest thing that he would have to a solo book, I suppose, along with Hellions. But this lays the groundwork for Sins of Sinister, which is the most recent big story involving him. His wit and egomania and narcissism are on full display, and he is just so fantastic with it. For further listening, you can actually check out the band Knock Sinister's song Dominion, which is a neat little song that I wrote about this story. And I would say those are all sort of the major stories that you need to read with Sinister as more or less the focus. You can also check out Colossus Bloodline if you want to, that's a fun story. But these are basically the essential Sinister stories. I think that Chris Claremont laid the foundation and Kieran Gillen sort of took the character to an all-new level and went wild with him, and I think that Kieran Gillen is very much the modern architect of who Sinister is and who people have sort of come to love him as. But happy reading. Let me know if you want more, and don't forget to check out my band, Knock Sinister, which I modeled after him. Stay sinister, my friends.